If you're not swimming as fast as you'd like, or swimming is harder than it should be, you're probably making one of these 5 big mistakes. In this video, I'll show you what they are and what to do about it. Hi, this is Andrew Sheaf with Mastering Flow. I help you dramatically improve your swimming by providing simple, actionable strategies that you can implement today, all without the need for in-person coaching. I believe that everyone has the power to improve in any area of life, and all that takes is a little guidance. Let's get better today. If you're stuck with your swimming, skill is the key to speed. Faster swimmers are better swimmers. If you want to swim faster or longer, you're going to have to change the way you swim. Of course, you don't want to waste time or energy on skills that aren't going to make a big impact. What kind of investment would that be? Instead, you want to fix the biggest mistakes so that you can get the most speed out of the effort that you put in. To help you improve as quickly as possible today, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes triathletes make in their swimming. Most importantly, I'm going to show you the simplest ways you can create change. You'll notice that I don't really tell you what to think about. Instead, I show you the best drills to help you feel these skills. Learning skills is a sensory challenge, and the better you feel, the faster you can change. And that means better swimming. Number 1 is sinking legs. Learning to manage body position in the water is challenging. It's a skill set that's not like any other on land. As a result, many struggle with this skill. It's almost universally present in those without a lot of swimming experience. Many triathletes swim with their hips and their feet well below the surface of the water. Why does it matter? Swimming with sinking legs is like swimming with a parachute. It's putting on the brakes. That means slow swimming and hard swimming. Worse still, the instinct is to kick to compensate for the low legs. Unfortunately, this doesn't do much to solve the problem, but it does expend a lot of energy, hurting your endurance. Hopefully, you can see why this is a problem. To solve that problem, here is your simple solution. With this exercise, you learn what it's like to feel supported by your lungs. You also learn what it's like to create tension in the backside of your body. Your lungs hold you up on the surface so you can pull your legs up to the surface. Once you can feel what that tension is like, you can hold that tension when you swim. All of a sudden, your legs are riding higher and you're swimming easier. Use this exercise to create tension in the backside of the body, and your sinking legs will improve significantly. The dropped elbow. You can have perfect body position, but without an effective pull, you're not going anywhere. Ideally, the hand should always be deeper than the elbow throughout the pull. If it is, that means you're using your hand and your forearm to execute a great pull. One of the biggest mistakes triathletes make when pulling is pulling with the elbow first. That's instead of pulling the hand and the elbow back together. That means the elbow is moving back faster than the hand. When that happens, the elbow and the hand are going to be at approximately the same depth. In other words, the elbow has now dropped and is level with the hand. That's bad news because then you can't use your forearm to pull with. The goal is to pull back with the hand and the elbow in the same position throughout. One of the challenges of fixing a dropped elbow is that it's really hard to know what it feels like. This is especially true since it's a movement that you never perform on land. Fortunately, there's a simple solution that helps you feel this key skill. That's way more important than understanding the details. Just place your forearms and hands on the deck and then press into the deck, lifting the body slightly. When you press down, you have to press with your whole arm at the same time. The wall makes you do so. It makes an abstract concept immediately tangible, and that makes it a really powerful tool for change. Afterwards, all you have to do is recreate the same sensations when you're swimming. When you do so, you'll be well on your way to improving your dropped elbow. Number 3 is the hooked breath. If we didn't have to breathe when swimming, it would solve a lot of problems. Swimming is the only sport where you have to strictly regulate your air and perform a highly technical movement just to get that air. Is it any wonder that it's tough to do really well? A great breath is defined by its absence. Less is more. It should be small, it should be fast, and it should be tight. Unfortunately, that's the opposite of what most triathletes do. The breath is big, the breath is slow, and the breath is loose. I call it a hook breath because when someone does it, it looks like there's a fishing hook caught in their mouth. The head is getting yanked out of the water. It comes up and out of the water and gets pulled to the side. The goal should be to breathe while keeping the head level without lifting it up or letting it pull to the side. So why does that matter? Where the head goes, the body goes. Picking the head up is going to push the hips down. Moving the head to the side is going to send the hips and shoulders to the side. That's going to create a lot of drag and slow you down big time. The challenge is that if you're making this mistake, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're doing anything wrong. So if you just try to think about it and stay low with the breath, not a whole lot is going to change. You need a strategy that helps you feel better breathing. And here's that simple solution. Just throw a paddle on your head and try to breathe with the paddle on. If you lift your head up, the paddle's going to come off. If you pull your head to the side, the paddle's going to come off. This is instant feedback, and for many, it can be really frustrating. However, that just means you have an opportunity to improve. When you can get to the point where you have it figured out, you know you've got your breathing sorted. You know it's good. It may take longer than you'd like, but when you get it fixed, it's fixed. Just thinking about better breathing isn't going to get the job done. Take the time to fix it for sure, and you'll be breathing lower, faster, and tighter, which is going to mean better swimming. Number 4 is the powerless pull. If you want to swim fast, you need to accelerate your pull. However, many triathletes simply move their hand through the water at the same speed throughout the pull. The hand never gets moving, and that's a big mistake. It's almost impossible to create effective propulsion without picking up the speed of the hand throughout the pull. If there's one thing that's consistently demonstrated in both elite swimmers and in the research, it's that you need to accelerate the hand to pull effectively. Doing so will help you go faster. Unfortunately, this is a mistake that you see all the time. Fortunately, the problem isn't a particularly difficult one to solve. Now, you can take a cognitive approach to the problem. You can think about throwing water towards your feet or accelerating your hand like a rocket ship. However, I'd rather you feel what it's like to accelerate the hands during the pull. Here's the simple solution to help you do that. This exercise is where it's at. It lets you focus all of your energy on the pull without any distractions. It lets you work on creating a lot of power. Now, when you're using this exercise, don't just perform the motion. Aim to improve your performance. Make it concrete. Try to take fewer strokes per lap, or try to go faster. The only way to achieve these outcomes is to accelerate the hands and create some power. It might take a few tries, but you'll start to figure out how to achieve these performances by accelerating the hands. Because you might not be sure if you're executing the skill correctly, having concrete numbers can really help. It'll give you a clear indication of whether you're on track or whether you need to switch up your approach. That's the key to putting some power into your pull. Number 5 is swimming flat. Ever see someone wiggling through the water? It's almost always because they're swimming flat and they're not rotating their body. When that happens, the only option is to recover the arms really low over the water. That makes the shoulders wiggle back and forth, which makes the hips wiggle back and forth. All of a sudden, there's more side-to-side motion than straightforward swimming. And that's going to really slow you down by creating a lot of drag. Worse still, it's going to be really hard to pull effectively because your arms are going to be moving all over the place. You have to learn to rotate. Unfortunately, a lot of rotation drills really fall short in helping you improve your rotation. While they do get you on your side, they do so in a way that's very different from regular swimming. You're never going to get that far on your side, and you're certainly not going to stay there. The rhythm and timing are too different. The simple solution is underwater recovery freestyle. It forces you to rotate the shoulders, and it forces you to do so at the right time. It helps you learn how to keep the body straight without bending side to side. Best of all, these changes tend to happen naturally without too much conscious effort. Just reach and drive forward and everything falls in place naturally. If you find yourself swimming flat, use this exercise to get some rotation back into the stroke. Do it this way and the transition back to freestyle will be a lot smoother. If there's one of these mistakes that resonates with you, get on it right away. Use the strategies that help you feel the possibility for change. You'll be much more likely to get the results that you want faster than you thought possible. Be sure to subscribe to my channel right here to make sure that you get notified when the next video is available, and I'll show you why you're using your drills wrong. In the meantime, check out this video about the 5 best drills that you can use to improve your swimming. Keep it simple and keep getting better.